Tuna is one of the high-value marine fish, caught mainly by modern and traditional methods. One of the most popular methods is tuna fishing with gill nets or purse seines. Fishing boats use purse seines to encircle a group of tuna as they move in schools. In addition, tuna fishing with pole and line is also very popular, especially for large tuna. The captain will use special fishing rods with bait, lure the tuna to swim in and then hook him up. Some fishermen also use motorboats and positioning systems to search for schools of tuna in deep water areas where the fish often gather. After catching, the tuna is preserved by freezing on board to ensure quality when transported back to shore. In addition to the above methods, another technique is to use baiting to attract tuna. Fishermen will drop some live bait or fake bait into the sea, creating a strong attraction for tuna. When tuna are attracted to the bait area, fishermen will use fishing rods with large hooks to catch the fish. This method requires patience and skillful techniques because tuna are very strong and can fight fiercely when hooked. In addition, in remote seas, people also use the method of fishing with fishing boxes or floating boats. These are floating vehicles on the water surface, specially designed to attract tuna inside. These boxes can have live bait or lights to attract tuna to come closer. And then, fishermen will use other equipment to collect nets or lines. Despite the diversity in methods, tuna fishing must comply with regulations on protecting aquatic resources so as not to reduce the number of tuna in the wild. Conservation measures such as limiting the size of fish caught, limiting the number of tuna each fisherman can catch, or banning fishing during the spawning season are increasingly being applied. In addition to applying modern fishing methods, the protection and management of tuna resources is becoming more and more important. To ensure the sustainability of the fisheries industry, countries and international organizations have established marine reserves, where tuna can spawn and grow without being disturbed by fishing activities. In addition, the use of advanced technology such as satellites and remote monitoring systems helps monitor fishing activities, prevent overfishing and protect rare tuna species. One of the current trends in the fisheries industry is the development of sustainable fishing models, in which fishermen use advanced technologies to minimize negative impacts on the marine environment. This not only helps protect natural resources but also contributes to maintaining the livelihoods of fishermen who depend on tuna. Certification forms such as MSC, Marine Stewardship Council, are becoming increasingly popular, helping tuna products to be proven to be from sustainable sources, meeting the increasing demand of the international market. With these efforts, the tuna fishing industry is gradually becoming an industry associated with sustainable development and protection of marine ecosystems, ensuring tuna resources for future generations, in addition to efforts to protect the environment and sustainable management. Improving the lives of fishermen also plays an important role in the development of the tuna fishing industry. Policies to support fishermen, such as providing preferential loans to equip modern boats or training fishermen in effective fishing methods, help them increase productivity while still ensuring compliance with regulations on protecting aquatic resources. In addition, developing local tuna processing facilities also helps increase product value, reduce waste and create more jobs for the community. Tuna products such as fresh tuna, canned tuna or processed products are exported to many international markets, contributing to increasing the economic value of the fisheries industry. Advances in processing technology also help extend the shelf life of tuna, reduce dependence on cold transport and bring long-term economic benefits. However, many challenges remain for the tuna fishing industry, especially the problem of illegal fishing and changes in the marine environment due to climate change. Phenomena such as ocean warming and alien species invasions can affect the distribution and health of tuna. Therefore, international cooperation and continued scientific research are needed to better understand tuna migration behavior and the environmental factors that affect their growth. With the combination of technology, sustainable management and community support, the tuna fishery can continue to thrive, not only providing economic benefits but also contributing to the protection of marine resources for future generations. One of the important solutions to maintain sustainable development for the tuna fishing industry today is to strengthen cooperation between countries and international organizations. Since tuna are migratory species, they do not respect national borders, so their effective management and protection requires close coordination between countries in the region. Organizations such as the International Commission on Fisheries Management, ICCAT, have been established to monitor and regulate tuna fishing activities, set conservation targets, and apply fishing restrictions to protect this resource. In addition, raising public awareness about protecting tuna resources is also a key factor. Public education campaigns on the importance of tuna to the marine ecosystem and sustainable fishing are becoming increasingly necessary. Fishermen, who are directly involved in the fishing process, need to be aware of the negative impacts of overfishing and their role in protecting marine resources. This will help them change their habits and adopt sustainable fishing methods, ensuring that these activities do not harm tuna species and the marine environment. Finally, the development of scientific research also plays an important role in better understanding the factors that affect tuna populations, such as changes in sea temperature, habitat loss and threats from other predators. These studies help develop effective, science-based management strategies to protect tuna populations in the long term. In summary, the tuna fishery faces many challenges, but with the combination of modern technology, sustainable management, and international cooperation, the industry can develop sustainably and contribute to protecting marine ecosystems for future generations. To achieve the goal of sustainable development in the tuna fishery, technological innovations are also playing an important role. Modern monitoring systems, such as remote monitoring systems, VMS, and satellite tracking systems, help management agencies and fishermen track the location and activities of fishing vessels, preventing illegal fishing practices. These technologies not only help reduce overfishing but also help protect unexploited or recovering marine areas. Along with that, the application of new technologies in tuna processing also creates great added value. Processing tuna into high-quality products such as sushi, sashimi, or canned processed products helps expand the consumption market. These products not only bring high value but also help reduce post-harvest losses and increase the value of the seafood industry. Another important factor is the promotion of sustainable forms of aquaculture, including the development of tuna farming in a controlled environment. This is a new direction to reduce pressure on wild tuna resources and ensure global consumption demand. However, to develop this farming model effectively and sustainably, investment in research and technology is needed, while ensuring that farming methods do not harm the environment and marine ecosystems. In addition to technical and technological solutions, the participation of communities and social organizations in monitoring and protecting tuna resources is also important. Non-governmental organizations, NGOs, play a role in promoting conservation strategies, communicating the importance of protecting tuna species, and supporting fishermen in adopting sustainable fishing methods. Finally, the development of strong international policies and regulations, coordinated between countries, is crucial to ensuring that tuna resources are exploited rationally and protected in the long term. This not only helps maintain biodiversity but also protects the livelihoods of millions of fishermen who depend on tuna fishing globally. With efforts from many sides, the tuna fishing industry can thrive while still protecting the balance of the marine ecosystem, meeting consumer demand without harming the natural environment to continue to develop the tuna fishing industry sustainably. Measures to cope with climate change also need to be focused on. Climate change has been strongly affecting marine ecosystems, especially changes in water temperature, salinity and other environmental factors that can affect the migration behavior of tuna. Changes in ocean currents and water temperature can cause tuna to move to unfamiliar areas or sea areas with climates that are not suitable for their development. This not only reduces natural tuna resources but also makes it difficult for fishermen to find and catch fish. To cope with these challenges, scientists and fisheries managers need to continue to research and forecast trends in changing marine environments. Thereby developing strategies to adapt to climate change. Research projects on the impact of climate change on tuna and other aquatic species will provide important information to help flexibly adjust policies for exploitation and protection of aquatic resources. An important direction in maintaining sustainable development is to increase the participation of community organizations and interest groups in environmental monitoring and protection. The participation of fishermen and local communities in activities to protect and monitor aquatic resources not only helps to increase management efficiency but also raises awareness of the responsibility to protect marine resources. Community initiatives such as establishing tuna monitoring groups, using tools to monitor and report fishing status can help detect and prevent illegal fishing. In addition, promoting sustainable tourism development policies can also contribute to the protection of tuna resources. Ecotourism tours that involve watching tuna in the wild. Combined with public education on the importance of conserving tuna and other marine species, can provide an additional source of income for fishermen and coastal communities. This is a way to reduce dependence on overfishing and move towards sustainable development and a balance between fishing and environmental protection. Finally, sustainability certification initiatives and regulations, such as the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC, or certification by international environmental organizations, will be effective tools for fishermen and businesses to demonstrate that their tuna products are caught and processed sustainably. This not only helps to increase the value of the product in the international market but also creates incentives for countries and fishermen to apply reasonable fishing methods. In short, The combination of technology, sustainable management, scientific research and community participation is the key factor to ensure that the tuna fishing industry can develop sustainably, together with measures to protect and maintain fishery resources. This industry not only provides a valuable food source for consumers but also contributes to protecting marine ecosystems for future generations. Tuna fishing is a traditional occupation and also an important economic sector in many coastal countries. One of the most common methods is the use of purse seine, in which fishermen will cast a net around a moving school of tuna, then narrow it to catch the fish. In addition, large fishing rods with live bait or artificial bait are also an effective technique, especially when catching large tuna. Modern tuna fishing vessels often use radar and GPS systems to determine the location of fish, thereby helping fishermen find tuna schools in distant waters. After catching the fish, they will be preserved on board by freezing or using storage tanks to keep the fish fresh, ready for processing and export, in addition to using purse seines and poles. Another method is to fish using floating containers or floating boats. These are tools that float on the sea surface. Often with lights or live bait to attract tuna to come closer. When the tuna gather around, fishermen will use nets or lines to harvest. This method is especially effective at night, when tuna often move close to the surface in search of food. A more modern method of catching tuna is to use satellite technology and remote monitoring systems, VMS. Fishing vessels are equipped with GPS and radar systems to track fish movements and detect tuna schools from a distance. This technology not only saves time but also improves efficiency and minimizes the impact on the marine environment, because it helps fishermen avoid overfishing in restricted or sensitive areas. After the tuna is caught, preservation is important to maintain product quality. Ships often use freezers or refrigeration to keep fish fresh during long voyages. After being preserved, tuna is transported to processing facilities to be processed into products such as fresh tuna, canned tuna or ready-to-eat products, meeting domestic and export demand. In addition to traditional fishing methods and modern technology, one of the major challenges facing the tuna fishing industry is protecting fishery resources and ensuring sustainability. Since tuna are migratory, they move across vast ocean areas and do not respect national boundaries, which makes their management and protection complicated. Therefore, countries and international organizations have established regulations to limit the number of tuna that can be caught each year, as well as regulations on the size of tuna that can be caught to ensure the resource for future generations. One important measure is the application of sustainable fishing methods, such as the use of tuna catching equipment that does not cause damage to other fish species, such as juveniles or other marine animals. Fishermen and processing companies must also comply with environmental protection procedures, such as not fishing during the tuna spawning season or using monitoring technologies to prevent illegal fishing. Sustainability certifications such as the MSC,